Hello, I am Omkar Agrawal. I am a third year engineering student. I had applied for internship to SmartBridge, for which we had given an exam. I cleared the exam and received the project Smart Agriculture based on IoT. In this project, we were told to build a web-based application using IoT for the farmers. We were given a couple of sensors, which were virtual sensors, and were told to analyze the requirement. So, based on my research on the topic, I came to understand that I have a primary objective of building a smart agriculture product based on the IoT. I further understood that the smart agriculture system based on IoT should be monitoring soil moisture and climatic conditions to grow and yield a better crop. For easier access to farmers, I had to build it on IoT so that it can leverage the advantage of internet into the system. So we were given a couple of sensors which contained soil humidity sensor, soil temperature sensor, object temperature sensor, and a few more. Out of them, I used the soil temperature sensor and the humidity sensor as my primary sensors. We were also provided by real-time weather data, but I kept it for future scope and for further improvements. After this, I decided to keep the user experience at best and display just two pages on my web application, one for controllers and one would be for the dashboard, where the real-time data will be displayed. So on my further analysis, I came up with a simple UI where in my dashboard I would just display the current data and the graph of it. For this, I leverage the power of cloud through IBM Cloud. So, so I leverage the power of IBM Cloud among many services provided by IBM. I consumed the IBM Watson IoT platform. This platform conveniently eliminated the workload and the stress for connecting to the IoT sensors through MQTT protocol and using HTTP protocol and many other things to collect the real-time data and storing that real-time data into the cloud or on the local. But I prefer the cloud, so storing it in the cloud. It was a one-time configure service, after which IBM Watson IoT platform took care of the collecting real-time data and storing it in cloud. So it was very convenient for me now. After taking care of this, I used the IBM Node-RED application. It further eliminated the task of setting up the backend, setting up Node-RED application, hosting it, and other things for the dashboard, and eased my task of connecting backend to the cloud for consuming the data. So by using IBM Node-RED application, I was ready with the dashboard too. So basically my dashboard, which was Node-RED application, would connect to the Watson IoT platform and collecting data from Watson IoT platform. My IBM Node-RED application would update my dashboard as per the real-time data. And while all of this was happening, IBM was there to back me up by collecting real-time data from the sensors and storing it in their cloud. So literally I had everything handled by IBM themselves. IBM Cloud was a great help to me in this project. So now let's have a look at my project overview of the dashboard. So as I said, I decided to use just two of the pages as you can see here. So this page is basically called dashboard because everything is just a display here. So real-time data gets updated on this side of the dashboard, while on the second page, which is also called as the controller page, uh, here is the here is the controller dashboard using which we can control the dashboard. Here is the light controller and so on. So keeping the user experience at its best, I decided to use just these two pages. So now let's have a look at our real-time dashboard. Switching to our dashboard, as you can see, uh, this is our dashboard. This is our control side of the dashboard. So in this control side of our dashboard, this is my primary controller. So this controller updates my controller which are placed on the farm and connected using IBM Watson IoT platform. So this controller helps me to control the climatic condition of the soil. So as you can see, it mentions that it is a temperature controller, and at the current time my temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. So one thing to note here is that none of these controls will show effect on the dashboard until the effect is actually there on the field. So it is my so here if I try to change the temperature, my controller would be actually heating the soil or anyhow making my temperature of the soil higher. So here is my humidity controller. So my humidity controller basically maintains the humidity of my soil. As you can see, I can decrease the humidity of my soil using this, and this updates in real time, and until and unless my actually my soil humidity changes, this won't show and change here. So let's increase the temperature here to 30 and decrease my humidity to 70%. Here amongst other we had object temperature also, but I'm not basically using it. So switching to my control side of the dashboard, to my dashboard, actual dashboard. So as you can see, my actual dashboard has also reflected the change, and my humidity has gone to 70%, and my temperature is showing 30 units. This is units, but actually our units is in degrees Celsius. So since it's a norm, so I have placed here a unit, and this is in percentage. So as you can see, this is just below them are the graphs. So these graphs are also updated in real time, but also show the historic data, and according to the timeline. So as you can see, this is my historic data. Up until now, we had a temperature around 75 degrees Celsius, after which when I changed it, it turned down to be no, 70% and all. Same with my temperature sensor. As you can see, this graph have changed. So I would like to thank SmartBridge for providing me this internship and this great opportunity to build such an excellent project. Also, I would like to thank our guide, Sir Durga Prasad sir, who has been a great help in building this project. So thank you very much. Here I would like to conclude my project and my presentation of this video. Thank you very much.